Hi, I'm Erin Palmer, Team Rayceen Productions co-host and moderator.
And I'm Benjamin Coy, Team Rayceen Productions co-host and moderator.
Joining us are Scott and Bobby. Welcome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Pleasure to be here.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for joining us. So, before we talk about traveling as two gay grandpas, please tell the viewers a little bit about your backgrounds and who you are.
I'm Grandpa Bobby,
And I'm Grandpa Scott.
and we're two old gay grandpas who love traveling the world.
That's pretty much it.
Well, share with us how you two met and how you became known as Two Gay Grandpas Travel.
Well, we met in the last century. Actually, we met 45 years ago in San Francisco, and we lived there for 15 years. And then when our daughters in Southern California began having their grandkids, we moved down so we would be near them all. And we now have 6 grandchildren ranging from age from 9 to 29.
Yeah.
And that's how we became gay grandpas.
I love it. Now, about the travel part, how much have you traveled and what are some of the favorite places you have been?
We've been in now 21 countries, and we've been in 44
states.
of the states, and we plan on hitting all of them. And it was pretty much, that's what we've been doing, just states. We try to break up our travel internationally and then also nationally.
And we always like to say our favorite trip is always the next one, the one that we're currently planning, because it's really hard when you try to judge something like a glacier in Canada to the Colosseum in Rome. They're so different, and each is unique, and each has its wonderful aspects and memories to it.
Do you ever travel with your grandchildren, or do you just share stories about your travels with them?
We have done some traveling locally, but that was part of the issue. Our grandkids, much like other grandkids, are so connected to their devices. Getting them away from their devices proves sometimes difficult. And that kind of leads into why we started the channel.
Mm-hmm.
What was your motivation for documenting your travels? And what caused your YouTube channel to have a sudden increase in popularity?
Well, I'll do the first half. We lived near our grandkids for 20-something years, watching them being born and watching them grow up. Our oldest is now 29. And a couple of years ago, as part of our slow retirement plan, we relocated to Arizona. So we are now, they formerly were with us within 1 hour, and we saw them frequently. So now that we've relocated, we wanted to find a way that we could keep in touch with them, something that would interest them rather than just a FaceTime call, and something that would also encourage them to get out and see the world. So Grandpa Scott had a brilliant idea.
Yeah, we set up the channel, and honestly, folks, when we set it up, it was just to be seen by our grandkids, hopefully, and by some family members. We never anticipated any kind of growth out of it. That just wasn't the case.
Yeah, and we watch a lot of YouTube travel channels, and we saw there's nobody really like us online. So we figured no one would really be interested. We're these two old farts. So we, just felt that, we would have this channel. We started it in May of that year, and we had it for a little over a year. And then
December 9th, it leads in, Erin, to the second part of the question. December 9th of last year, we were discovered by an influencer from Canada, a young guy who had over 17,000 followers.
Which we thought was an amazing number. We had at the time only 181 followers ourselves.
He took snippets of our travel channel, and he put together this little movie, And it was beautiful. And he just said, these two grandpas are not getting attention. They got some wonderful travel items out there. We need to change their lives. And boom, starting December 9th, it went
Viral.
1,000, then 2,000, then 6,000. And as of today, we're approaching 92,000.
Wow.
It's and all because of his one act of random act of kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who had no idea that the internet needed gay grandparents.
It absolutely does.
It
I
does.
think we can say that resoundingly. What's been one of your most favorite or unusual trips that you've taken?
Oh boy, we just completed a cruise, and one of the excursions, and that was down into the Caribbean. And when we were at Cozumel, we took it was a two-parter. We went to, I always mispronounce it, Tulum to see some Mayan ruins. And then we also went to Rio Secreto. And what this is basically a deep depression that's
it's a cavern
that's filled with water and has a river running through it like for 27 miles. And so we went and we had to dress up in wetsuits. We had to wear hard hats. The only light source was up here on our head.
And to avoid hitting stalactites and stalagmites.
And we thought, from the pictures, we thought, oh, it's going to be paved and you're just going to walk. Not a challenge.
Oh, no.
Boy, were we wrong. I have never done anything so physically challenging in a long time, but we did it. And it was fantastic. We're in the middle of this cavern and they have us, and we're floating up here. It's like we're in a lake. And we're floating, and then our guide says, turn off your lights. And we did. It went absolutely dark.
Mm-hmm.
You could see and hear nothing. And for me, I said, this in my head, I said, this must be what it's like to float in space.
Yeah.
And it was just an incredible experience.
And we like to try to challenge ourselves rather than just standing somewhere and looking at something. We like to get involved and try new things. This past summer, we tried ziplining for the first time and up in Whistler, Canada, and it was amazing. And sometimes, the things that terrify you or scare you are things that help you to grow. Yeah. And, we like encouraging people of all ages to get out there and do something. We figure, if we can do it, they can too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. How exciting. Oh my goodness. You all have accomplished so much and done so much and traveled so many places. I'm so excited for the future, which brings me to my next question. What are your plans for the future? What are some upcoming trips you have, particularly in regards to, like I said, traveling or YouTube?
I'll start it. Well, right now, in fact, up on my computer, we are going through our summer vacation trip. We like to spend like the month of February planning where we're going to go for the summer. This year, we're going to spend about 5.5 weeks touring the UK. Starting road tripping through the UK, starting in southern England, going on to Wales, Ireland, and Scotland. So half of the fun of going on a trip is planning the trip. And so we go through our list of things that we think we'd love to see. And then we put it all down and figure out how many days and where we can go. And you make the hard choices of what to see and not to see. And the great thing is we've been asking some of our subscribers around the world for some of their input on what they think we should see. And that's been great.
Yeah, they've been responding. And one of the things we're going to be doing another zip line, only this time we're going to be zip lining through an old slate mine.
Yeah.
That's how you tour it, on zip lines.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
We're so excited. Can't wait.
And then at the end of the year is a very special birthday for Grandpa Scott. And so my present to him in December, we're going to go to some of the Christmas markets in Europe. And that's going to be an exciting trip as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, there'll be, between those trips also, there'll be small trips. We love just exploring Arizona. It's a great place to explore, great hiking. Also some of the western states. So we intersperse our big travels with smaller travels and cover those.
Yeah,
too.
we like to encourage people that you don't necessarily have to go thousands of miles to have a great trip. And, so much of it, we always say, is the attitude that you go with, being able to encounter different places, different people, different food, and to really take some excitement and some learning from it.
Yeah, and then we know that we're working on 2026 already, to go in December to Chile and Argentina and Patagonia. Patagonia's always been on my bucket list.
Yeah. How beautiful.
That's a great trip. I don't actually travel all that much, but I have traveled through the length of Chile, and it's really magical. Patagonia. So I wish
You have to pick your brain.
Yeah, wonderful. I hope you have a wonderful trip. It's truly breathtaking.
Oh, thank you, Erin.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. If you had one tip, though, to give anyone who were planning a trip, what would that tip be?
Well, I'll give mine. It's actually the motto of Two Gay Grandpas Travel, and that's travel your heart. When you go into any trip, go into it with both feet. Don't hold back, especially for Americans. Don't expect everywhere you go to have the same things that you have in the United States. Maybe they're luxuries, or maybe you're accustomed to something. Don't freak out if your Coke doesn't come with ice in it. Just go with it. Embrace the people. Learn a few words of their native language, and just embrace that and open yourself.
Yeah, that's it. It's and pack light.
Yes.
We do 6 and 7 week trips with one European size carry-on and a backpack.
Yeah, nobody ever comes back from vacation and says, gee, I wish I brought more luggage.
I think that alone is a valuable tutorial for your viewers, is how you pack so little for a lengthy trip. And I must say, I love your vision and how you travel, and the idea of coming into it with an adventurous spirit, whether you're going 2 hours away or traveling to another country. That's really, really lovely. We want to make sure that our viewers can connect with you. So please tell our viewers how they can learn more about you and what's upcoming, and of course, how to subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Well, we thank you for putting up some of our links to our social media. We do a lot on YouTube and Instagram, and if folks want to go to those seem to be our priority ones right now, because we both still work. And so I spend a little time in the morning with my social media. But the 4 that show, Facebook, please go there and you can connect. We'd love to have you join. We got a growing family of what we call our adopted grandkids. That's the term they started using.
We have grandkids from all over the world,
all over.
And we try to respond to all their comments, and we get to them. And Grandpa Scott does a great job. He does most of the editing and putting out our videos. We're trying to put out a video once a week, and we'll hold to that as best we can. And just one little thing to our grandchildren out there and to other people, as Grandpa Scott said, we're approaching 92,000 subscribers. Our goal is to hit 100,000. I want that little silver plaque that you get from YouTube. Shameless.
Getting greedy now, folks. Okay.
Well, hey, they got us started on it, and it's exciting. So we really hope people, if you know somebody that might like a travel channel that's a little different, most people have said our channel is wholesome. It's a safe place. It's not anything that anyone should be concerned about showing to even to their children. So we just encourage people to come on along with us.
Yes, thank you. Well, viewers, please look in the description box below for the links. Thank you, Grandpa Scott and Grandpa Bobby, for joining us. And best wishes on your future travels.
We appreciate it. We really love your site. We've actually played many of your interviews. It's a wonderful job. Continue with the good work.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. Thank you.
To those watching, please follow Team Rayceen on social media and subscribe to the Team Rayceen YouTube channel.
Viewers, thank you for watching.